Hello everyone, it's me again, and I'm back for another video. So, right now, with the ending of Camp Cretaceous and the release of Jurassic World Dominion, I do really think it's appropriate that I shift the kind of content that I'm going to be making. I really think that it's time for me to stop making all these theory videos and shorter stuff. Not that I didn't enjoy making them though. Now of course, this change means that I'm going to be changing upload schedule. I've realized now that I really couldn't just upload whenever I wanted to. I needed to keep a normal weekend-centric upload schedule. And of course, this change now is constituted by the change in the kind of content that I'm going to be making. I think with the end of this saga of the franchise, it's better if I make more meaningful videos than theory videos. Think more video essays, if that makes it easier. Because I think now, more than anything, is when we need to say, when we need to do something meaningful. Now, with that tangent out of the way, let's just get right into the video. Jurassic World Dominion released close to 2 months ago, with interesting reception, to say the least. Anyways, Dominion marketed itself and marked the end of the saga of the franchise. Even though this isn't the end of Jurassic, in fact it's described as the start of a new era, it still does bring this chapter of Jurassic to a close. So, we're going to answer the question brought up by this video. Was Jurassic World Dominion the perfect ending? We're going to be kind of looking at the film as a whole. However, I will be taking a deeper look into the film's actual ending, as that's really the moment that we're left on. That's the final taste of Jurassic that we get from this film, this era. Jurassic World Dominion is a culmination of the World trilogy and to a certain extent the Park trilogy. It shows us the next step, the next evolution of the characters that the World trilogy introduced, but also brings back the original trio with a lot of respect. I think that in the end, Dominion basically takes what the previous 2 movies did and improved on them quite a bit. I think it got rid of the aspects that didn't and couldn't work in a respectful and clean way, and took the aspects that could work and improved them a lot. One of the biggest benefactors from this improvement were the characters, and because of this improvement, I do think it was a worthy end. The filmmakers and everyone behind this movie, I think, put their all into it and really made an adventure that, though it took its time to find its footing with the last 2 movies, stamped its foot down and tried to cement itself. Dominion showed us the next evolution of the newer characters after all of the events that happened in this movie and the movies before it. And through that evolution, the film brings us to the conclusion of these characters' journeys. The film shows us the characters' final step in their journey and shows us a new status quo with them. While of course they could have and needed more breathing room and interactions, I still think what they had was good. And about the characters, I of course can't go without mentioning the legacy cast that this movie brings back. The legacy cast were really treated well in this movie. While I can't say they had the most dynamic character changes of the cast, I will say they were still great to watch. They were treated with respect, they felt like themselves, and didn't pull anything wild with them. I think what they did with Grant's character arc was good. His arc about leaving the dig site and truly making a difference with Ellie didn't just help the theme, but was also a natural progression and endpoint of this character. I think Dominion was really good at showing us what these characters would do in this new reality of Jurassic, a world where dinosaurs are living alongside us, where they're no longer just on an island, where it's no longer just InGen who has access to these animals. And I think how these characters react to that is a good endpoint for them. Now, about this movie's theme. I think in the end, though I had my issues with it, the theme is an evolution of what came before it, such as The Lost World and Jurassic Park. I think the theme of Jurassic World Dominion, one of adapting and changing to save ourselves, is one that is really potent in this movie, but also a natural change of what had come before. The Lost World and Jurassic Park's themes were preventative, trying to stop us from making our mistakes. We've meddled with nature and changed our environment through industries, exactly like how dinosaurs have been released to the world. They can't change it, we can't change what we've done, so we must live with it. And I think the evolution of that theme, one that applies to our modern world and tells us more about ourselves now, makes Jurassic World Dominion even better. And I think it really does cement itself. Now finally, onto the movie's end itself. This movie's end was beautiful. If I'm gonna be honest, truly beautiful. Not only is it wonderfully shot, but I think it's a really effective way to get across this movie's theme to the audience. Discarding what Charlotte Lockwood said, I think the ending montage of dinosaurs adapting to our world was visually a quite effective way of telling people what humanity should be doing, adapting without any words. Even though it should have had more real estate and depth, this ending truly delivers this theme to the audience in an unforgettable way. So truly, this was a great ending to the movie. I don't mean for this all to be a backdoor review, but more so to show you how I think Jurassic World Dominion has concluded this part of the Jurassic franchise. Considering all that we've discussed, it seems to me that Jurassic World Dominion is an evolution of what the Jurassic saga has laid down before it. Of course, it wasn't a completely smooth ride, but because of how Dominion improves on things, because of how it effectively evolves what came before it, I would say yes, Jurassic World Dominion is the perfect ending.